Hey guys, I got a call from a former coworker today bragging about how he's sitting at the beach drinking margaritas. He just retired a couple weeks ago. Um, in his 30s, he sold a bunch of game stock and made a bunch of money in stock market and retired. He's chasing his dream, which is create a factory. It's under construction right now that will manufacture bullets that perform the same as lead ammunition, but don't have lead. He's done a lot of research in lead, which is kind of coincidental because he said, "Man, how's the process of fixing your house and selling it going?" And I said, "Man, we got this lead service line issue hanging out over us." And he gave me a lot of good advice. But guys, this is something we all need to worry about. This is the kind of thing that could cut a third off of our property values. And I don't, that's not the point of my video, but what was our council doing last night? Well, I think Jimmy Marino really gave a good discussion of the issue. But our dream team was talking about the fence that they painted and picking how much trash they picked up and trying to blame the federal government for this. I went to the EPA site and looked up, the order from the EPA that's fining the city. It says, item 18, March 2019, the system, meaning Clarksburg Water Board, submitted a materials inventory and sample site plan reporting the system had no lead service lines. In 2019, the Clarksburg Water Board said we don't have any lead service lines. So on May 7, environmental agency stepped in and went with the Clarksburg Water Board to 3 houses where there were elevated levels of lead detected in children. They visually verified that service lines owned by the water board were made of lead, but that the service lines owned by the homeowners were copper. So this is not a homeowner issue. This is a problem with the water board. And they told the EPA 2 years ago, we don't have any lead service lines. All right, May 10, the results came back. And then on June 14, some more results came back. One house on Tyler Avenue had a level of lead that was 53 times higher than the limit, which requires immediate action. This was on June 14, they knew this. And on July 2nd, the West Virginia DEP's like, "Hey y'all, what you doing? You're 50 times over the limit that requires immediate action." And here we are 18 days later. I said, get your act together, notify people, and start working on this problem. And we heard last night, oh, we can't move that fast. It takes long. They only gave us a couple days. 10 days later, granted July 4 weekend was in there. 10 days later, the EPA finally steps in. The feds step in, saying we're going to hit you with $5,000 a day fine until you start doing something. And now they've hired Steptoe Johnson to try to get out of that fine. $5,000 a day is over $1.8 million a year. And they're trying to act like it's the federal government's problem. They told the federal government over 2 years ago that this wasn't a problem. During the election, when members of the water board were standing for re-election, they did not inform the public about this. I mean, it speaks for itself, guys. We got a Flint level crisis here. Maybe not Flint level. We got a serious crisis, and our leaders appear not to be up to the task. Holler at you later.